This is the RH1 orthopaedic posture chair. As you can see, it's a very tall back. It's got natural lumbar shape here. It tapers back in and then it tapers back out again. So this is good for people who are really quite tall, who are looking for a longer back, but also it's good for people who are quite a bit shorter but need some support behind the neck, so that perhaps they've got whiplash injuries, they need to be able to rest their head periodically through the day. This is a perfect example of a chair that should be used or bought through our Try Before You Buy scheme. Make sure that the chair is right for you. It's a very adjustable chair. One of the things that makes it good for people who are tall is that the lever here allows you to adjust the depth of the seat forward relative to the back, because really quite often if you're tall you don't have the support behind the knee, which I'll come on to in a second. So you can adjust the depth of the seat to create a bigger surface area and give more support behind the knee. You see, when I sit into the chair, what you're looking to achieve is a gap of about 3 fingers behind the back of the knee to the leading edge of the chair. Too big a gap, more than 3 fingers, and basically the muscles above the knee are supporting the whole of your upper leg, and that creates referred pain up the leg, creates fatigue during the day, and so you'll feel less fresh at the end of the day. Too small a gap, and you've got the converse, you've got restricted circulation, that's a bad thing. So you can adjust it and adapt it to ensure that you get the right depth on the seat. Sitting into the seat is really important so that your back is right into the back of the chair itself. Like all chairs, you need the ability to adjust the chair up and down. There's a lever here which allows you to adjust that. And what you're looking for is your feet firmly on the ground. You're looking for an angle just above 90 degrees. If you're obviously long from the knee to the floor, you've got really quite a lot of adjustment. For me, I'm 6 foot tall. I can't really get my feet properly on the ground now, so you've got that kind of level of adjustment to get comfortable there. So you can adjust the depth and the height of the seat for the individual user. The next thing to say about this chair is that it's got what's called a synchronized mechanism, which allows you to adjust the seat and the back angle together. And that's the lever here. Twist the lever, lean back in the chair, and the back goes backwards, the seat goes backwards at a ratio of 2 degrees in the back to 1 degree in the seat. But the back only comes to the vertical. That's an important thing to be aware of. That's common in synchronised chairs, but the back doesn't come forward, unlike some of the other models like the Act 5, Act 6 and Act 08. So that's something to be conscious of. But you're able to lean back into the chair, rock, twist the lever, it then locks the back in position. So you've got a number of back positions that you can lock into. The other good thing is that you can adjust the amount of pressure, the resistance required to push the back back. That's a hand wheel here, tighten it or slacken it, and that increases or decreases the amount of pressure required to lean back. On the other side, we have a lever here. Twist that, you've got the ability to tilt the seat forward, and what you're able to do is obviously create an angle of more than 90 degrees, lock it so that it's actually angled down. Now some people do like that, some people don't, but if you've got lower back pain, being able to increase the angle to that kind of level helps reduce the pressure on the discs in your spine. But you can lock it in the horizontal position, and in all honesty most people will go for that position. You can see, sideways on, you've got the ability to adjust the back height. It's got a ratchet going up in sort of 1 centimetre increments, so you're able to adjust the back height relative to the seat. So you're able to adjust the curvature and the position of the back shape. In conjunction with that, you've got the inflatable lumbar, which is a bag that runs through the lower part of the back cushion itself. It inflates very much like somebody taking your blood pressure. Squeeze the bag inflates here. To release the air, simply push the button on the side and that deflates. So you're able to adjust the height of the back and the amount of lumbar support. Go too far, go right to the top, push it right down, click up through the ratchet, too far, right back down again, and start again. So you're very much able to tailor the chair to the individual requirement. You can see this chair's got arms on it. If you don't want to have arms, you don't have to have arms. It's personal choice after all. Most physios though would recommend that arms are a good thing, height adjustable arms. This is an adjustable arm which goes up and down with a button on the side. What you're looking for is to create a 90-degree angle at the elbow. If the arm's too low, you're pushing down, you're stretching the muscles in your shoulder. Too high, and the muscles are tensing because you're bunching the muscles, so that's a bad thing. So get to the optimum height. You'll know what's comfortable, what's the right height for you. find that point. So this is an arm that goes up and down. That's the most basic type of arm that does that. This arm, as another alternative, allows you to rotate the arms out of the way. So if you imagine, get close up to the desk, sometimes this leading edge hits the leading edge of the desk, which is a bad thing. So when you get close up, making sure that you're getting the right distance between your keyboard, your screen, your laptop screen, that allows you to do that. When you want the arms, flip them back in place, close up to the desk, move them out of the way. The third arm option, again, goes up and down in a similar way to this, but the pad here that you rest your arms on can slide backwards. Instead of rotating, the arm pad slides backwards, so you've still got arm support, but the front edge of the arm doesn't hit the front edge of the desk. So this is the RH1 chair. It's ideal for people who are very tall, and also ideal for people who need this kind of neck support, so when they're leaning back, you can see that you've got the taper back in here, just supporting the head.